It was the first Raw on Sci-Fi in about 2 decades, and sadly there's marks out there that seem to think some things on tonight's show replicated stuff from 2/3 decades ago, and I am here to debunk them, because you know what, I'm feeling a rant, right? To see this show, I do not understand why people think this is cooking, right? We're going to kick off with the opening segment. Drew McIntyre.
Well, actually, let's kick off about the whole Sci-Fi channel. I mean, I think it's fair to say that people rip the piss out of this channel. It's normally only shite that gets shown on this channel.
Oh, it's fitting today.
So therefore, you know, it's pretty fitting that WWE Raw has moved to the Sci-Fi channel, albeit for 2 weeks, but I mean, yeah, the ratings are going to tank here, no doubt about it. Raw going to Netflix next year.
SmackDown lost 250,000, 11% due to the Olympics, and they stayed on the network, the USA network, so... No, Fox, sorry, they're on Fox. So, I mean, you compare it to that, that's on a good network. They went up against 29 million viewers, though, on NBC. What will Raw do? I mean, what would you hazard a guess at Raw doing before I go absolutely through the opening segment here?
I think Raw will do like 1.4.
1.4. Right, guys, let's go into this opening segment now. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins. Was this bad? No. Was this great? No. Was this fine? Was this like, yeah, run of the mill, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 segment? Run about that period for me, right? But I need to just call it. See these fucking marks on Twitter saying that this was an all-timer? This was fucking gash. If you compare it to the all-time stuff, man. No, let's call a spade a spade. It ends with Drew McIntyre whipping out this multicoloured fucking bracelet that's got the colours of Chicago, right? And it's about Larry.
Chicago.
It's about Larry and AJ Lee. And I said this last night, if AJ Lee had died, or she was like in hospital in a coma, or Larry had just died, maybe this would have some fucking weight, but there's no weight.
See, back in the day, man, you'd boss man fucking cooking Al Snow's dog. Nowadays, you have Drew McIntyre with a wee bracelet and we're supposed to care.
No, this is fucking embarrassing, man. I remember The Rock cut the promo for Hell in a Cell and he put the baseball cap on, pretending to be Austin. Did Austin fucking great and be like... He's wearing my hat, McMahon. No, I mean, it's a break. This makes CM Punk look so fucking weak, and people are like, how can he look the weakest at the three when Seth Rollins looks like a fucking Fanuc? Explain.
Yeah, I don't know what Seth Rollins is wearing, but fucking hell.
No, how bad does it... This made CM Punk look worse than both his UFC fights.
And that's a hard thing to do that, but I mean, it kind of did, to be fair.
No, look at the stuff you used to get in the past, man, breaking into people's houses. Even Rollins and Edge did that a couple of years ago. What the fuck's this? Drew, yeah, I get it, right? He's trying to antagonise him, like, oh, you can't hit me. But look what we've done in the past with that sort of thing. Like, so much more has been executed and done, and for people to say this is an all-timer, it's fucking garbage.
I was disappointed. I expected more. I expected more from McIntyre Punk. This is the last time we'll see them going into SummerSlam. I don't know, it didn't really do it for me. But of course, the whole we can't touch each other thing anyway, it's dumb. I mean, why is Adam Pearce? Oh, we don't want any action, we don't want any backstage fights, we don't want anything cool. You know, we just want boring fucking safety till we get to SummerSlam.
Was it funny when Punk came out and he's looking at the hard cam, he's like, oh, look guys, fans, because obviously AEW has no fans, but when you hear him call out like Jack Perry and things, people like that, calling them pathetic and petty because he's like, oh, don't use glass, and what do they go and do, use glass? I mean, is that any worse than what Punk's doing in character here, fucking crying over a bracelet, troops? A bracelet? This is the same fucking guy that poured Paul Bear's ashes over him. Some people didn't like it, some people did. I think it's fine. If the family agree to it, if Undertaker thinks it's fine, how can a guy that poured a dead man's ashes over him and started ripping the piss out of him?
Well, yeah, but he's got no... Well, first of all, he was a heel back then.
It's a fucking bracelet. I'm not accepting this. This is fucking embarrassing, and it's butchering this entire story.
Alright, well, the bracelet's practically the same thing as an Arno, isn't it, really? And if you take away context, I mean...
Are you being serious?
I am being serious.
How is it? Paul Bear's dead. AJ Lee and Larry are still very much alive. If this was like, if this had like Larry's, last bit of slabbers on it or something, man, maybe I'd accept it. But this is garbage.
But the point is, Paul Bear and the urn meant a lot to the Undertaker, and I guess this bracelet
because he's dead. And Undertaker's entire gimmick was the urn.
Well, not really. Paul Heyman could be alive and he'd still.
Paul Bear, mate, not Paul Heyman.
Paul Bear could still be alive and he'd still mean something to the Undertaker.
Yes, but it's an urn. That's the Undertaker's gimmick. It's a fucking bracelet.
No, I agree.
Bracelet's a very girly, high school thing. What grown fucking man runs around with a bracelet?
No, I do get what you're saying, but you're trying to compare the two things. I'm just saying, well, CM Punk's a face now.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, I think the bracelet would be fine if it had something to do with like death and like AJ Lee, like it was the last thing that she made on her deathbed or something. But they're both alive. It's a fucking bracelet. Reel it in, Punk.
Well, this show ain't alive, that's for sure. And you just can't get a promo anymore. Everything's like a half shoot. Like, I know kayfabe's dead, but like, what? Can't we just get promos that are in the wrestling bubble? Like Drew McIntyre, and he's bringing up, CM Punk's a cancer, this and that. You know what he's like backstage. I don't give a fuck what he's like backstage. I think one of the worst promos Drew McIntyre cut was the one where he was on about he needed help 10 years ago and CM Punk didn't help him. And he spoke to Randy Orton and he realised why Randy Orton couldn't help him because Randy Orton had his own demons. But CM Punk, you're straight edge, you could have helped me. Why are these guys talking about needing fucking help, right? This is wrestling, it's supposed to be larger than life. We don't care about what fucking problems you have in your personal life or going on backstage. That shit's irrelevant, man. See what happens behind the curtain. It should stay behind the curtain. Like, see, back in the day, you didn't get Kurt Angle coming up. He's in a feud with Austin and Triple H for the title. It's like, hey, you guys have been in the business longer than me. You should have helped me. You should have trained me better. Yeah, no, I would have been fucking dumb. He's your rival. Well, why would you be helping him? I didn't get that fucking promo, and I hate that. Oh, he's toxic backstage. Who gives a fuck? We don't care about what Phil Brooks is backstage. We care about what CM Punk's like on camera. We don't. Who gives a fuck if he's an arsehole?
You hear a lot of things about, like, you always talked about Austin. He was in it for himself, sort of thing. Yeah, and look what fucking happened. He became the biggest star the wrestling business ever fucking seen. So boo.
I don't want. Mark Calloway. Backstage. He's a mean guy. No one gives a fuck about the Undertaker.
Yeah.
So I don't know why Drew McIntyre is hell bent on bringing up. You know what he's like. He's not like me and you. We work to build this. No, Drew and McIntyre should be working to fucking be the world champion. A solo task, an individual thing. What do you mean we're building to work this? Like, that's it. The mindset is just all wrong. Back in the day, fucking Austin was going to be the world champion, to be number one. Rock was going to be the world champion. Rock and Austin weren't shaking hands and hugging it. We're building this. Me and you, Rock and Austin and Rock, we're building this together. No, it doesn't fucking work like that, man. It's all gay shit.
I know it is, and the bracelet sums up. And for me, I mean, he cost him.
Just look at the way Seth Rollins is dressed. I mean, come on, if he didn't know.
But Drew McIntyre, right, cost Punk Mania main event, injured him. He battered him in Chicago, left him bloody. Punk's cost him numerous world title matches. Should that not be the selling point? Why the fuck should it be a bracelet?
I mean, if you really wanted a selling point, like I said, you could have had Drew McIntyre do something to Larry, but then WWE probably come under, come under severe, critical, whatever.
Why not have McIntyre break into his house and steal the bracelet? That way, at least it would have a bit more weight. He just took off his fucking corpse in Chicago. At least, then he'd be reminded of the bracelet. Oh, you fucking, you came in, you broke into my house for my wife and dog, and the fucking bracelet.
Listen, why can't we just have fucking Drew McIntyre, Claymore AJ in the face, and then grab Larry and punt it like Snitsky, punt at that baby? To me, that's what you do. That's the fucking.
And it doesn't even. Obviously, it doesn't need to be Larry. It could be a fucking stuffed animal.
No, I think it should be Larry.
I don't think Larry's got too many
punts left in him.
Probably not.
No, but I mean, come on, man. Look at Orton when he was going for his top run. He was punting fucking people's families.
Yeah.
Oh, your dad, he's no safe. Dragging him over, boom.
Anyway, to wrap this up,
See when Orton was taking on Triple H, right? He took out the McMahon family. Fucking, he RKO'd Stephanie, then got a hard on. He didn't steal the last fucking brownie that Stephanie baked Triple H. Hey, Triple H, I've got your brownie that Stephanie made for you.
Yeah, but
come and get it at WrestleMania 25. You know, he didn't fucking do that shit.
yeah, but let's look at this, right? So this is people are right. We've kind of went off topic with the whole bracelet, but this is people are label. A lot of people are labeling this as one of the best segments of all time. See if you add up all the wrestling segments, right? Which I don't know how many there is. There's a fucking lot. And
This isn't in the top fucking 50,000 or whatever. Well, maybe 55.
No, if you think of the amount of segments there is, yo, this is a run of the mill 5 out of 10 segment, man.
I tell you what, this is nowhere close to being the best CM Punk Drew McIntyre segment.
Yeah.
The first one they had where McIntyre was sitting on the table and CM Punk was in the ring with Seth, that one was a hell of a lot better than this.
Yep.
You know, it was a passable start to the show, but considering you've got 3 of the better guys on the roster, I was quite frankly disappointed. Plus, I am a bit of a CM Punk mark, and it just didn't do it for me.
No, it didn't do it for me, but when I actually see people on Twitter saying that this is like one of the greatest segments of all time, I take that personally.
Yeah, but is that not just proof that the standards in wrestling have dropped?
No, I think it's just proof these people have never fucking watched anything good in wrestling, because the claim, yo, see as much as like we hate modern wrestling, right? You gave that Raw 7 when The Rock battered Cody Rhodes, right?
Yeah,
even
but
something like that, I wouldn't say is anywhere near. But I mean, if someone wanted to say it, I'd be like, all right.
Nah, but people will argue I only gave that a 7 because The Rock was on it. But actually, that was the same show where CM Punk and Drew McIntyre cut that promo. But I said it was a lot better than this one.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, that Rock thing, beating him with the rain and the blood, it was badass. It was good. You know, like, if someone wants to say, oh, yeah, that's my top 25 segments of all time, I'd be like, all right. But to fucking suggest this.
See, instead of The Rock beating him up in the blood and the rain, why didn't The Rock just, like, steal a watch that Dusty gave him?
I know.
And put it on his wrist?
But at least that would have a bit more weight, though. Dusty's dead. You know what I mean?
True.
Anyway, talking of dead, the PS5 in the clubhouse is dead. Carlito's running about.
Yeah, Carlito's not happy. He's taking this bad.
Hey, hermano, we're going to get a Xbox One, Series X. There you go.
I mean, I think Carlito's got more right to be upset about the PlayStation 5 than CM Punk does about the bracelet.
I would agree.
The bracelets fucking cost about $2. Yeah. I mean, PlayStations are pretty expensive.
Yeah, and again, you've got Rhea Ripley asking JD Madonna, when are we going to kick Carlito at the group? What in the fuck is this? When are we going to kick Carlito at the group? And we're asking JD Madonna? Why is
JD Madonna even in the group?
This would be like fucking Sons of Anarchy. A fucking like a vice president being fucking told to remove themselves from the club, and but they're asking Filthy Phil, Rat Boy. What the fuck? No, seriously, come on, what are we fucking doing here? This is a mess. Is what it. This would be like fucking Jesse going to Skinny Pete and be like, yeah, we need to remove Walter for this organisation. What?
Why is Walter here in the cook place? Alright, anyway, so the clubhouse is wrecked. Dominic's like, I don't know who done this. I mean, really? Dipshit Dom, I mean.
Maybe it was Larry.
Well, maybe it was Larry.
From Retribution, but anyway.
Where's the fucking bracelet? Judgment Day, yeah. So, yeah, you've got them all freaking around, and I don't know what fucking Rhea Ripley was wearing, but again, you see now, it's like the women wear less clothes than they did back in the day, yet back in the day, like, they get no respect. I don't get it.
Yeah, whatever reason that is, but here we don't sexualise the women anyway.
Of course they do.
No, of course they do. But we've got... I know, yeah, let's talk... Everybody that was on tonight's show got their wee intro at the start, coming out of the elevators and all this.
Yeah, I actually despise that. It doesn't add anything.
They're actually treating, like, Maxine Dupree, Otis, and Akira Tozawa like it's the fucking, you know... It's like the Spanish national team on the day of the Euros. I mean, it's free fucking Diddy, guys, at the end of the day. I mean, it's fucking embarrassing. No, it seriously is. See, back in the day, man, this was reserved when The Rock turned up, or Austin, and they had, like, their duffel bag. Like, D'Lo Brown did not get this fucking treatment.
No.
Are you down with the Braun? Well, are you down with the Creed brothers taking on the Alpha Academy? I think this is fucking garbage, man. The Wyatt 6 has been reduced to feuding with Chad Gable and the Creed brothers.
Yeah, Creed Brothers obviously now teaming up with Chad, Mr. Chad. You've got Akira Tosawa and Otis still a team. Creed Brothers get the win. Then we have... So Maxine Dupree gets in the ring after the match and she slaps Chad Gable. Of course Chad Gable can't do anything back because he's a man, she's a woman. Then the Wyatt family come out and the Chad Gable and the Creed Brothers are watching as Gacy, Eric Ronan and Dexter make their way down to the ring. Chad Gable then turns around. Nikki Cross comes off the top rope with a crossbody, takes him out, and then the commentary team says, wow, look, the Creed Brothers and Gable, they're frozen in fear. And it's like, no, they're not frozen in fear. They're frozen because Nikki Cross is in the ring, they can't touch her, and she's a woman, and the other three haven't made it in the ring yet. So, that is why they're frozen. But I think that we just need to stop all forms of male and female interactions together. I would even go as far, I think it's as much as I've liked this Dominic thing with Liv and Rhea, I actually think it's getting to the point where I would even consider having no interaction when it comes to promos either. Because even the men can't even come out on top in promos. It's like every time they have to look like little bitches, man. They have to look like they are inferior. Like, they always get talked down to. It's embarrassing, man. It really fucking is.
No, it is. And you're right, though. People have been, like, begging for AJ Lee to come back, be in this feud. McIntyre couldn't say anything against her. McIntyre would look like a little bitch.
Well, that time McIntyre on Twitter talked about, I'll steal your wife or whatever. Or did he say it on Raw? No, he said it on Twitter, didn't he?
Deleted it.
He deleted his... Why can't you say that?
It's embarrassing. But no, I see this whole frozen in fear thing. I mean, why not have the Creed brothers simply be frozen for all members? Because this is supposed to be like a separate entity, a big creepy, all that shite.
Yeah, but instead they start, you know what I mean? They try to swing at the male members of whatever they're called, the Wyatt Six.
I think this humanizes the Wyatt Six. It just cheapens them, and I wasn't actually a fan. They took the masks off. Yeah, we already knew who the three were, but end of the day is.
Imagine if Kane came out and just took his mask off after Bad Blood '97. Would have been a bit shit, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, it is. It's fucking stupid.
But when Kane took his mask off, the mask was off. I don't see these people that wear masks to the ring in their entrance, but then they take it. It's like, what's the point?
Who knows? But Gables, he's running away for Uncle Howdy. We cut the Carlito. The match is official. It's Dom against Sami Zayn. But then they're like, no, we want it you against Sami Zayn. So Carlito's told to handle this one alone. Up next, we got Sheamus versus Bronson Reed. Just a big, fat, fucking mess is Bronson Reed. Sheamus is getting fat as well these days. He did, what's that movie he does off the top rope? White Noise.
White Noise.
It's a pretty decent White Noise, but Bronson Reed wins with a tsunami. This guy's a
tsunami.
But see Bronson Reed, right? Yeah, he's
not going to give the assist here to Butch or Pete Dunne, whatever he's calling himself.
The shillelagh, whatever he used, right? But my problem with Bronson Reed is he's a bit of a midget, but he's fat. He does have half a look, but see when he opens his mouth, man, he sounds like a fucking World of Warcraft nerd. And I think that's why he needs a mouthpiece.
He needs a manager. But yeah, I mean, what body type does Bronson Reed remind you of the most? Like a Mark Henry? Or is he too big?
No, he's too small for Mark Henry. It's like his body's like too squished. It's like a Taz Umaga combination sort of thing.
See Bronson Reed, I don't think you can really take him serious as a monster. He's probably about like 5'10".
Yeah.
It's just,
but because he's so big, it looks squished.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. Damian Priest then cuts a promo about Gunther. Welcome to my neighborhood, amigo. You said I was homeless. You said my family were bums. We lived on the street. You called us street trash.
Well, let's say after SummerSlam, you can mow my lawn, bitch.
You can mow my lawn, you big German bastard.
Send them back to Berlin. But anyway, Gunther, Damian Priest. I can't believe that's a title match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, never.
How the mighty have fallen.
I think the promos have been alright, but it doesn't change the fact that we shouldn't.
You know what? I'll tell you what. It's interested me more than the fucking title match on SmackDown.
That is for sure. Braun Breaker says that Sami Zayn needs to start thinking about life after WWE, life after Braun Breaker, because at SummerSlam, I'm going to cripple your ass. Right, pull the trigger. This guy needs to win.
Braun Breaker says that the joke will be on Sami Zayn come SummerSlam, and the title will be on him. Decent wee line there to finish the promo. But again, he addressed the fact that, you know, he was off guard. If you're unstoppable, if you're being really treated as this fucking unbeatable monster...
Would this have worked for Goldberg in 97, like 3 matches into his streak? Oh, I was going up against Juventud Guerrera, and, you know, I let my emotions get the better of me.
I might be 3-1, but next time I take on Juventud Guerrera, I'll make sure to improve that to 4-1.
Remember Undertaker got beat only 8 wins into his Mania streak? He's like, I underestimated him this year, but see, next year the streaks are live.
Next year, I won't take my eye off the ball. And that just doesn't fucking work, man.
Yeah, no,
you could have had Sami Zayn retain for a DQ or something.
Or just have Braun Breaker win, have a rematch at SummerSlam, and Braun Breaker kills him in like 5 seconds. Who knows? But anyway, Jey Uso, Carlito, Jey Uso wins. Carlito is a fucking jobber. You know, the guy's actually producing pretty good comedy.
But you know what, though? I mean, Xavier still got hopes and expectations for Carlito. I don't know what you're doing. I like Carlito, but I've just given up on expecting...
It's like him and Johnny TV, man.
Yo, no, it's mad with Carlito. See, when he came back, I'm thinking, you know, I knew he wouldn't be, right? I'm thinking, this guy could be a world champion. But see now, if you're realistic, Carlito will never even get a sniff of an IC or US belt.
No. I mean, he might get a sniff of one of the Judgment Days wearing it, but that's about it.
It's sad, though, isn't it? I mean, it's sad that you look at Carlito and this guy, you know he's got fucking no chance of getting near a mid-card belt.
Yeah, no, it is extremely sad. Talking is sad. Selena Vega's up next, backstage interview. What you call these ones? Got a cheap pop out of you? Team Forehead?
Aye, Team Forehead.
And then she gets beat up by DePhil, Baszler, and Zoe Starks. I mean, it's just not hot lesbian action. It's one that's hot and 2 that are fucking rats, so...
Yeah, I think this is a ploy by Sonya Deville. She's thinking here, if I stand in the middle of this group, it's going to make me look a hell of a lot more attractive than I am. That's what I think it is for Sonya Deville.
Yeah. Smart, but
I mean, that's about it. Selena Vega.
Miz will be the host of SummerSlam. Fucking hell, didn't he catch that?
Selena Vega, you know what? Why is she worthy of a title run? Aye, probably. Why not?
Yeah, I think she's been the best on the mic.
See in an era where fucking anyone can win a title, why can't Selena Vega win? Apart from Carlito.
Karrion Kross up next. Oh, brilliant. Taking on Xavier Woods, he says, your buddy Kofi skipped town because he knew you had a match tonight. But in my opinion, he should have retired after he lost the belt. Against Brock.
Yeah, so in 6 seconds.
I agree.
I mean, at least Kofi won the belt. And Karrion Kross, what's your chance of getting a belt?
What's Xavier Woods' chances of getting a belt?
No chance in hell. So, yeah, he wants Xavier Woods to admit that the New Day was all bullshit. The power of positivity isn't real. And if he does that, he won't kick his ass. But he doesn't do that. The match happens. Karrion Kross wins. This feud's been going on for like about 2-3 months now at least. Maybe even probably longer than 2 months. And I know people will say this is cooking. Oh, Triple H. But who actually gives a fuck? See if you wanted to, right? If I was in charge of Raw, right, I could have... I'm trying to think of... I could have like Tosawa and Ashanti Adams or Cedric. I could have Akira Tosawa and Cedric Alexander feud for 2 years. But it doesn't mean it's good.
Aye. Yeah, he can do anything. You're the booker.
It doesn't make sense to me that Triple H gets credit just because we've had interaction with Karrion Kross and Xavier Woods for months now. Yes, we've had interactions with months, but every single fucking interaction has sucked.
Some of the best feuds in wrestling history have lasted a couple of months.
So I just don't get it.
Yeah. Up next.
But it's like long feuds now are great. Long title reigns are great. People just seem to think if you make something long and you keep doing it, then it's great. I tell you what, see when they kept doing CM Punk versus Chavo Guerrero in ECW in 2008, it wasn't fucking great.
No, it wasn't. But Jesse the Body Ventura's up next. Better memories of a better SummerSlam 99.
I mean, you talk about a good talker, like, I mean, Ventura, I never really appreciated him back in the day, but nah, he was a good. Bring this guy.
Very good commentator.
Put him back on commentary.
Fucking film star, mayor, talker, great guy. I'm a big fan of Jesse the Body Ventura.
No, I like Jesse Ventura as well, and I mean he's a wee bit. He's tell you what, I wouldn't want to argue with him when it comes to politics.
He's the fucking man.
But
this is a real fucking star.
Yeah, a real star.
He's about what 75, like, and he'd still kick everybody's fucking ass.
Brawl for all, fucking put him in it, and he'll probably win it.
Yeah,
you gotta be in it to win it. Anyway, up next, we see. And you know what? I actually just cannot stand Michael Cole. You see, anytime you see him, he's sitting back in his chair, relaxing, as if he's a fucking man.
Because, I don't offend to me.
He's a little shite bad cunt. See, when McMahon was there, he was a fucking coward.
Oh, sorry, sir.
But now Triple H is running the roast, and Triple H is just a fucking brown nose. I want to be everyone's friend. I'm your friend, guys. Cole sitting there like he owns the company. I can't fucking stand him, man. Honestly, I can't. There's nothing professional about him. Anytime you see him, he's slouched back. See when JR and King were doing the commentary. See when you seen part for the time where King fucking had a stroke or whatever.
He was slouched over then.
See anytime you see JR and King, like their eyes were like focused, on the camera. They were like, they were like pushed forward, like really paying attention to what was happening. See, anytime you see Michael Cole, he's like leaning back as if he's about to fall asleep.
No, he is.
Chilling as if he's fucking sitting in his house on the couch watching Sunday football. Whoever he supports, I don't know. Seattle, bloody, what's on it? Seattle,
Washington.
No, Seattle Seahawks, aye. Is that where he's from, Seattle?
I don't know. He's a fucking loser, Michael
Aye,
Cole.
fuck him.
Overrated bastard. Anyway,
no, he is. You know what? See, we've given him a pass over the years just because, I don't know, wrestling's got so shite that he's probably one of the better things about it now. But let's make no mistake about it. See, when wrestling was good, Michael Cole wasn't one of the better things about wrestling. That's a fact.
He couldn't lace JR's fucking Bell's palsy, man. The guy's fucking shite.
You know what? See when Michael Cole's commentary and he's on a show and you've got like fucking shite on it, then maybe it sounds good. But see when Michael Cole was doing commentary and you've got The Rock in Austin, then no one wanted to hear about Michael Cole. That's a fact.
Yeah, and see in like 2001, for like the periods that him and JR were on commentary together, it was fucking night and day who was the better commentator. See when Austin comes out to battle the Alliance, see when he's walking, he's talking. Cole's like, they're chanting for Stone Cold. Fuck off, you fucking loser. You fucking loser, damn it.
And now the people are chanting for Michael Cole. It's like, what the fuck?
How far can you go? Pretty fucking far. Anyway, Sammy's saying if he's not crying about Palestine, he's crying about Braun Breaker. So yeah, pretty much says, I'm going to help my little buddy Jey Uso tonight. Liv Morgan promo. She's crying about Dom.
I loved you, Dom, and you didn't love me back. You don't know how this feels. Heartbreak. She says she's going to finish the Liv Morgan revenge tour at SummerSlam when she defeats Rhea Ripley and remains the champion. I mean, surely Dominic Mysterio's turning heel. I mean, come on, well, maybe he's already heel. But surely he's siding with Liv Morgan at SummerSlam.
I think that's the correct way to go.
I'd say so.
It's almost like too son of a turn, though, is it not? I mean, literally fucking 2 weeks. Triple H likes his long-term booking. You're talking about Mania next year or something?
Nah, fuck that. Dirty Dom. But then again, how can he... What's the turn going to be? It's not like he can get physical. It's going to be a distraction or something, or pulling the ref out, I guess.
Yeah, he can't do anything.
People are saying, Finn Balor's going to side with Liv Morgan, and that's it.
I guess, yeah, you probably will pull the ref out.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but Liv should retain. I think if Rhea Ripley comes back and wins the belt, you've just killed Liv Morgan's run.
I agree. Fifth match, Sami Zayn, Dominic Mysterio, Judgment Day, beatdown, Braun Breaker.
But by the way, how bad's this Liv Morgan title reign been? Now, I like the stuff she's doing with Dominic, but if you actually base her...
It's got nothing to do with the title.
If you base her as a women's... Many title defences has she had? I think one against Selena Vega. See, yeah, but what title run hasn't been fucking dog shit since Mania?
I know, they've all been shite.
I mean, we always bash Damian Priest. He might very well have the best one. He could.
And it's still shite.
No, he could.
No, he could.
Look at the title reigns, man. They've been fucking awful. Bayley's run, absolutely fucking awful. Barely defends it. Cody Rhodes' run, absolutely awful. Defend it twice against AJ and once against Logan Paul. 2 matches you knew that he was never going to lose. And even in the last pay-per-view, he didn't even defend the belt. He was part of a shitey 6-man tag, and he's bored the tits off us every week. I mean, Damian Priest, Jey Uso Priest, that's not a title match. Then you've got the Drew McIntyre stuff where he's botching and he's getting his leg caught up and he's not kicking out of fucking finishing maneuvers for Seth Rollins. You know, it's just all been a mess. You've got the US champion Logan. Where's he been? He showed up like twice after Mania. Has he even defended the belt after Mania? Don't think he has, honestly. I think the last time he defended it was Mania, which is embarrassing. Intercontinental champion Sami Zayn basically just had about 10 matches with Chad Gable. Hasn't really defended it much on Raw. And yeah, outside that win against Braun Breaker, it's been Zayn versus Gable for like 6 months straight. And then you've got the women's championship only changed hands because Rhea Ripley got injured. See, the only titles that they change is the tag team titles because they don't mean fucking shit. See if Rhea Ripley never got injured, she'd still be champion now, and her run would be like, what, a year and a half?
Aye. Something like that.
I mean, it's embarrassing, man. Why does every title reign last for about 10 years?
Wrestling fucking sucks, man. If you couldn't tell already, we fucking hate talking about this shit. It's fucking pish.
Yeah, but back in the day, I hate saying back in the day, but back in the day,
remember
man,
when, right? It's the lowest form of conversation, but you know what? You have to fucking deal with wrestling.
You always felt like titles were in jeopardy back in the day. See now, like, you honestly don't feel... You feel like a title, unless it's a tag team title, you feel like there's no chance it'll change hands unless it's a Big 4 pay-per-view.
Serious injuries are way more frequent than title changes.
Aye?
Which is a fucking bizarre thing to say.
But see when... In my opinion, see when every title reign's lasting long, that just devalues all the long title reigns.
It does.
Now, see Sami Zayn, right? See if you wanted to argue he's had an impressive title reign, right? Because let's not mistake it. I would say holding the belt from WrestleMania to SummerSlam is impressive if you're going, you know, in wrestling history standards. But how can his title reign be impressive when every other single title reign holder, apart from Liv Morgan, but that's different because there was an injury, every other single title holder's also held the belt since Mania? So who stands out? Who sticks out? Who's the impressive champion?
No one.
They've got Cody, Priest, Bayley, Logan Paul, Sami Zayn. They've all had the belt since Mania. So who's... You can't go out and go, oh, well, he's done well. He's held on to that since... They've all held on to it since Mania.
Yeah, you'll just never really get a more stagnant period in WWE history, but...
And then you get a tag team title match, and they make it as if it's like a WrestleMania. Fucking back in the day, you got title matches every fucking week. Dudley's fucking every week on Raw or Smack. What the fuck? What the fuck?
It's fucking pish. What is this?
Edge, Christian, Dudley, fucking APA, too cool, man. You title changes all the time. Title matches all the time. IC champ, Jericho, Benoit, fucking Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, RVD, belt changing all the time.
Ladder matches,
fuck
table
me.
matches, steel cage matches.
Nowadays, Sami Zayn and Chad Gable have to fucking come out and cut a promo for 2 months straight just to get a title match. Ah, man, it sucks. It absolutely sucks.
Sammy wins via disqualification. Breaker spears him. He doesn't actually spear him. Zayn gets the better of him. Who gives a fuck, man? Let's just move on. Dexter Lumis interview time. I did it for the Bray. I did it for the Bray. He says run. That's all he said. Thoughts?
People will say, oh, this is great. Honestly, it's not, man. Dexter Lumis was better when he was banging Indy Hartwell. That's a fucking fact.
Yeah, see when he was like crawling about, limp and fucking rolling about under the ring, that's as fucking good as it got for the guy.
And then he came up to Raw, and initially it was pretty good. He was stalking The Miz. That time we just seen his face pop out from the ring was cool. He turned up at The Miz's house.
Nothing's cool about wrestling.
Breaking an entry, but oh, that's true. But yeah, I mean, what a waste. What a fucking waste of a character. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
Hold on. Chad Gable points out to Adam Pearce that Eric Rowan, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy are part of the Wyatt 6. Pearce knew the whole time, and next week it's a 6-man tag team match. Why not book that for fucking SummerSlam? Their big debut at a pay-per-view, but no, let's do it in a throwaway fucking Raw on Sci-Fi. Oh, they suit the Sci-Fi Channel.
Ah, well, that'll get about 1 million people to tune in.
No, to me, like, this group shouldn't be wrestling already. Unless... Look what we're doing here. See, to make these Wyatt 6 feel important, they should be going after people that are semi-important, not fucking jobbers like these guys.
Well, I think if they're going after jobbers, it should be squash matches.
Yeah, but no, this will be like a 23-minute wrestling clinic.
It doesn't make any sense to me. And why Chad Gable? I don't really know.
Yeah, why did they pick him?
And if they want to, you know, have them come out and beat people up, that's fine. But I mean, I think it should be jobbers that they're beating up.
Anyway, Rhea Ripley cuts a promo. I'm going to get revenge. You hurt my little pathetic my Latino heat. It's just trying to get a rip off at the end of the day. Some of the stuff are coming out.
Latino heat.
Well, let's put some ice on that heat because up next is a match I don't want to talk about, but you're going to talk about it because you're the man.
That match is... Oh, Lyra Valkyria, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter taking on Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
Do you not feel this match happens every week?
A 6-man tag match, apparently. Well, I mean, it could be a 6-man tag match.
Few could be men.
Yeah.
But do you know this happens every week, this match? At least some format.
Long-term booking, mate. This is great stuff.
Long-term booking.
This is a great feud. This is a great rivalry.
Awful botch. I believe it was Shayna Baszler. Just fell on the apron. Her arse just collapsed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's supposed to be a kick from Katana Chance, but it doesn't look like she made any sort of fucking contact. And then Baszler just drops on her arse and falls at the ring. And then Zoe Stark hits her finishing maneuver. It's like a, I don't know, modified GTS or some shit. Gets the win, but honestly, I don't care. I really don't care. And I don't see how anyone could care about these women. I think you're lying. I think if you turn around and say, oh, this was good, or you care, or you're interested, I think you're lying. If you say that you're attracted by these women, I definitely think you're fucking lying. I'd want a lie detector test because, I mean, just look at Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. You know, it's not happening. Being stuck in 6-man tags or whatever, that's just the definition of we've got nothing for you. So here you go.
Damage Control return, right? And I think you could just release all 9 of them and be gone with it.
Damage Control return. Cole and Pat McAfee are making a big deal out of this, and it's like, how did Damage Control? Where have they been?
Yeah, no, where have they been?
Surely to return, you need to be gone. I didn't even recall they were gone.
Since you've been gone.
And I tell you what, if they were gone and you didn't notice, then that tells you all you need to know about Damage Control. Yeah. But Damage Control come out, they hit, I mean, they all hit their moves, like a trio of clotheslines. Every single one looked shit, to be fair. Although Io Sky done a moonsault to the side, and I mean, it was way better than Charlotte Flair's moonsault. She didn't land on her feet, and that's a good moonsault, I think.
Yeah, the one where you land on your feet is just...
See, when you land on your feet, that's a somersault. You should be in France competing in the Olympics.
Yeah, the one when you land on your feet, you're taking the impact of the move.
Yeah, see when you land...
It's like when you do the suicide dive and you land on your feet, it's pish.
You should be at the Olympics doing a somersault challenge.
Anyway, next week, Dakota Kai challenges to fill their match, so again, another match announced for next week. This should only be reserved for fucking matches that have got importance, but no, every week now. This is happening next week. This is happening next week. Finn Balor then tells the Judgment Day...
Yeah, like, see if you're going to announce the match for next week, shouldn't it be a match that are going to get people tuning in?
Yeah.
No, but why would you...
This is a quarter killer.
See, why would you announce this match? Isn't that the whole point of announcing a match? Like, important matches are announced like a week in advance to try and promote and build next week's show. How are you building next week's show by showing this?
You're not. Finn Balor says, I want to take on Gunther alone. Gunther then cuts up promos. Let me tell you something about the nipples. I like fajita seasoning mixed spicy, Damian, but you were homeless. Hey, bum, you don't know what fajitas are, amigo. So, Gunther, going to lay the smack down at SummerSlam. Will he win? Who knows? I mean, I like his promos, Gunther, a couple of weeks ago, but there's only so many times you can call a guy a bum and bumming this and bum that before you fucking want to bum him. So, Gunther, reel it in. But Finn Balor would probably love to get bummed by Gunther. He does love his wee multicoloured flag that hangs off his arse. Anyway, Gunther wins. Referee stoppage. There's a bit of a brawl. Right, so Priest wins the brawl, which tells me Gunther's winning.
He could do. Gunther beats Finn Balor, just chokes him out. Very boring. We've seen this before.
Yeah, very boring. We've seen this before. We've been talking for 40 fucking minutes, man.
Oh, that's a long time.
That's too long.
That's more time than I'm comfortable with.
brother.
That's like an episode of The Walking Dead. That's actually insane.
Was this review better than The Walking Dead? Yes.
Depends what
Was
season.
the show better than The Walking Dead? No. Because, well, depends what season, but I hate wrestling. I actually despise what it's become.
Yeah, it's not good. Right, guys, SummerSlam this Saturday. I will put up a post. I know I said I was going to do it a couple of days ago. It didn't get done. I'll put up a post for the giveaway. And yeah, that's it. NXT tonight. SmackDown on Friday. The old retro stuff has returned. So yeah, we're going to be getting that back on schedule. Every night at 10 o'clock. Except Sundays, unless there's a pay-per-view. You'll be getting an old retro review. Whether it be Raw, SmackDown, ECW, or TNA. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I was going to make a video on QT Marshall because he was pissing me off, but then I realised it's QT Marshall. He's not really worth it. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we do later on.
We'll see what we do.
This show, I'll give it a 2 out of 10.
2 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10 as well. Very lackluster, considering they had everybody that Raw has on, like, it's everybody that's on Raw that's going to be competing at SummerSlam, and I feel like they just dropped the ball.
The biggest match going into SummerSlam for me is Punk and Drew, and after the first segment, that done.
Yeah.
That's not how you do shit. It's really not.
No, it's not.
I mean, those guys should be filtered throughout the show. But...
like, yeah, you're right. Like, why are we seeing fucking jobbers arrive to the arena but not these guys? Here, see if you want to waste 5 minutes showing people arrive to the arena, at least show like CM Punk.
Yep.
See, CM Punk getting his car means more to me than listen to Sawa getting a fucking elevator. Loving an elevator. Anyway, 2 out of 10, fucking shite. Not much else to say. Will NXT be better? Will NXT be watched? It's a fucking recap for me. Anyway, till next time. Peace.